Hello, everybody. So this is a little snippet of information about how to sit. I know, obviously, over the last 18 months, so many of you have been sat at home, working from home on computers, schoolwork, various other things. And after a day spent at your computer or at your desk, you're going to stand up, your knees are hurting, the lower back is hurting, the back of the neck is hurting. And there's just a few little things that if you know about them and you know why you're doing them, then hopefully your day is going to get a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to turn around initially, and you're going to visualize this rather lovely garden chair as your ergonomic office chair. And you're also going to visualize that in front of me is the desk with the computer on. Now, the first thing probably you do when you sit down at the desk is tuck your feet underneath you. So if you consciously now sit in your chair and tuck your feet underneath you, and then lean forward as if you're leaning forward towards the computer. And where you're going to find the tension in this is around the hip flexors and in the lower back. And what you should never do when sitting is tuck your feet underneath you. Your heels should be stacked under the knees. And if you look at me, this is kind of a perfect height for me, this chair. I've got a right angle here, I've got a right angle here. If you are having trouble reaching the floor and you're having to kind of come on to the tips of the toes, then you can use yoga bricks or yoga blocks, and you put them, or even stacks of books if you haven't got those, you put them under the feet. So again, the heels are under the knees, and you've got that right angle, which I've obviously just lost here. So the thigh is level with the floor, the shin is perpendicular to the floor, and you can lengthen up through the pelvis, okay? So don't be afraid to stack up whatever you need to stack up. And then those of you where your chair is maybe a little bit too low, and you're finding that you've got this happening, okay? The knees are coming up higher than the hips, then over time, you are naturally going to fall into the back. If you naturally start to fall into the back, the shoulders are going to collapse forward, the back of the neck is going to come forward. So that's when you decide that you're either going to sit on a load of cushions or, again, some kind of yoga block, so you can, again, bring that right angle in. So play around with however you need to modify your seating area to keep that, okay? It's very important. You may think, oh, it's just not that bad. But over time, I know some of you are doing between 8 and 10 hours a day, sat down, it's really not going to do you any favors. So we're going to do some seated shoulder and neck work. And then our next little snippet video is going to be something called shoulder clock, which will show you how to really open up that chest. Okay, but just seated, bring this in during the day. So you're not just constantly doing this, okay? So you're going to just give your shoulders a roll. And you can do this anytime. Take them back the other way. Hug them up. Let them go. And then taking the back of the hand and rest it on the thigh. And you use the back of the hand on the thigh, not the palm, because again, that helps to just subtly open that shoulder and allow the shoulder blade to slide down. Take your left arm out to the side, turn the palm out. Take your right ear to your right shoulder, and then just let that left arm be heavy. Okay, we're not looking to go rigid, just let it be heavy, a little bit of control. Bring your head back, bring the hand back. Take the other arm out, turn the palm, take your head to your shoulder. And again, let it be heavy. Just feeling that coming down, side of the neck, into the shoulder. It's maybe even coming down into the arm for some of you if you're very tight. Okay, bring the head back, bring the arm back. You're going to take the left arm behind you, so you're resting it on the chair, back of the hand against the lower back. Bring the right arm across, ease that left shoulder back. And as you ease it back, it's moving out and then back. Relax the right shoulder, take your right ear back to your right shoulder. Again, just feeling that stretch. Try not to force anything. You don't want that sense of things going rigid and hanging on. You want to find a little bit of movement in there. Let's bring it back. Just take your hand to your shoulder, a little bit of a shoulder roll. Okay, shake it out. Take the back of the right hand round, shoulder out and back, left ear to your left shoulder. Again, just feeling that stretch. Bring it back, hand to the shoulder, give a little shoulder roll. Okay, shake it out. And then just take your hands back and hold on to either the chair legs or the back of the chair. Pull the shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades into your spine, tummies are in, and start to lengthen forward. But you're keeping the head in line. You're not pushing the head forward, bring it back. Just take that forward. It's just a gentle stretch across the front of the shoulders. Bring it back, backs of the hands to the thighs. Right ear to your right shoulder, roll that down slowly. Bring it to the left shoulder and then lift the head. Don't roll it back. Take it back over. One more. All the way around. Come into the left shoulder, bring that head back, turn. Look over the right shoulder. Back to center. So we start the other way. Take the ear to the left shoulder, slowly. Find that rotation. Come into the shoulder, lift the head, take it across. Take that back down again. Bringing it back. Turn, look over the shoulder. Bring that back. And then take your arms out in front and cross your right arm over your left and bring the arms together. If that doesn't work for you, you're going to bring elbow, wrist, fingertip. Okay, otherwise we're wrapping round. And then tummies are in, keep the lower back lifted, keep the length of the spine lifted and push the elbows up as high as they'll go. And then little squeeze of the forearms together. So you feel that between the shoulder blades, pulling apart. A few breaths here. Okay, bring them down, unwrap, little shoulder roll. Take the arms back out, left over right. Again, lift the elbows, don't take the shoulders with you. That squeeze of the forearms together. Feeling that breath moving into the space between the shoulder blades. And again, bring that down. Give your shoulders a roll. Backs of the hands to your thighs. And basically you're done. So that's just a little exercise on enjoying seating, bringing some movement in during the day and check those legs. Best thing you can do for the lower back is keep that sense of right angles. And then if you join me for the next little video, shoulder clock, we're going to work on really opening the chest and releasing tension across the front of the shoulders. Thank you for joining me.